Hi you guys, I'm Leigh Koechner. Welcome to day number 23, Ownership, 33 Days to a Happier Life. If you would join me taking a few breaths, and I'm going to breathe in relaxation because I got a little stressed that my internet is out. And I'm going to breathe in relaxation and I'm going to breathe out stress. So if you join me for 3 breaths, we'll breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. In through our nose, out through our mouth, in through our nose, and out through our mouth. Thank you for that, for joining me in that. Today we are talking, the topic is getting mad, getting angry, which we all do, and that's a normal kind of reaction when we're feeling a little out of control. But I want to talk about one of the factors today that helps us get mad. First, I want to ask you, have you ever reacted really big, if you have children, really big to their problems? They come home and say, somebody was mean to me, and you say, what? They're mean to you? What did you do? And you kind of get reactive like that. Or have you ever seen a parent online or at a game, at a like 5-year-old soccer game, coach or referee out or get in a fist fight with another parent? Or has a friend, if you don't have kids, has a friend ever told you that someone was mean to them and you wanted to go cuss that person out? Or your sister told you her husband was being a jerk and you wanted to call him and give him a piece of your mind? Now, why do we have such big reactions when somebody else is showing up to tell us something? Why are we reacting so big? And I'm going to tell you why, or one of the reasons why. It's because we have a bag of crap, or if I can use a stronger word, a bag of shit on our shoulder. And it looks like Santa Claus. It's literally like we sling it over our shoulder and we carry this bag of shit around. So anytime somebody says something and it touches the raw sewage in our bag, we sling our bag off and we start swinging. And we are toting our bag around because our bag, our hurts, our old stories have gotten triggered. And why do we have such a big bag of crap on our shoulders? We have it because we were raised by humans. Part of those humans' job was to cover our greatness, to fill our bag, so that as adults we have to strive and to learn and to heal to get back closer to our original state of pure grace when we come on the planet. Inside of the bag is old hurts, unresolved issues from our childhood, and if we're not dealing with stuff as we go along in life, we're adding to that bag. And so we're carrying that bag and it's getting heavier and heavier. And why do we do that? Because we're sleepwalking. We're not aware, some people, that there's even a giant bag on their shoulders. So they get reactive and it slings off automatically because they're not even aware that it's there or that that's what's swinging. Or they're wondering, why am I getting so mad about that? Or why? It's because we're carrying this load of kind of old hurts and unresolved issues. And when we carry this load and when we're sleepwalking, we are asleep to our own greatness. We are asleep to how magnificent we are and how great we are. And when we are asleep to that inside of us, we are asleep to it inside of our children. It's hard to see what you do not see in yourself. It's hard to good and bad. They say when you see something, you can't see it unless you recognize it. So if you see someone acting amazing and it touches your heart, it's reflected. You are seeing something that you possess. If you see anger or something, or this, in other people, or if you're really bothered by someone, they get on your nerves, they're triggering something that you see in yourself. So it's so wonderful to see the world as a mirror of what's going on inside of us. So if we don't wake up and we don't realize we're carrying this bag, and some people's are bigger and some people's are smaller, and it matters kind of what you processed and what you've let go of. As you let go of things and you free and you forgive, your bag gets smaller and smaller, but it's still there. Because my bag swings often. It swung this morning at Sergeant, poor boy, and instead of listening and reacting and talking at his level, I was mad he wasn't going fast enough again. And I was reactive, and I literally had to put down my bag and apologize to him and get on his level. Another thing that you can do is start being aware when you have big feelings about something that doesn't really fit. If a first grader comes home and tells you a problem and you're pissed as hell about it, that's yours, that's your bag. Because the way that's the best to show up, if you show up, a lot of times people think if they get mad with the person, they're showing how much they care. Actually, they're hurting their body and the other person's body. When I used to tell Dave stuff, and he'd go, what happened? And he'd get really mad. I would enjoy it because I thought he cared about me. Then as I've started to heal and soften, I say, "Hey, honey, would you mind putting down your bag? Because right now I just need to be heard. I don't want you to swing your old hurts at me right now. I need to be heard so I can de-escalate." So when your kid says something and you feel reactive, go ahead and picture that that reaction is your bag of shit banging you on the back, wanting you to start swinging. And instead set it down, look at your kid, look at your teacher, look at your partner, look at your friend, look at your sibling in the eye, and say, "I'm here for you." And listen, because that person's coming to you because they need to be heard. Let them say what they need to say, and then you can say, boy, I can really see how you validate their feelings. I could really see how that would be stressful. And then wait. And then if there's silence, you could say, "I have a couple solutions that I'd like to throw out to you. Are you interested?" Now, everyone in my family would say hell no because they don't want any of my self-help stuff. But if it's somebody who's open to it, you could say, "Hey, are you interested?" Well, actually, a couple of my kids are really open to it. But if you say, "Hey, are you open to a suggestion I have?" then you can become a part of their healing. You can become the friend that is comfort and joy and safe and helping them evolve, as opposed to taking over their problem by swinging your bag of shit, and then everyone's exhausted. Getting super mad or angrier than the other person serves no one. Every time you are triggered, it's a knock, or if you've waited too long, it's a punch in the face to heal. Let's have ownership over our bag of shit. Let's parent from wholeness instead of our old wounds. Let's support a friend lovingly instead of reactively. The quote I have here, and then I think I rewrote it last night in bed right before I fell asleep, but this is the quote I have on this paper. "Hey, you're upset? Let me set down my bag of shit so I can listen to you instead of swinging it at you." So that's my quote. And then I do want to pop open my other one. Every time you feel very big emotions over a first grader's problem, you know it's time to set down your bag of shit. God, we welcome in healing into our lives. We welcome that every time we feel triggered, that we just give ourselves the gentleness to take a breath and to realize that there's another way to show up. We don't have to swing from our old hurts. We don't have to fan the fire. Let us start to soften, be gentle with ourselves, take a breath, and choose love. And help me remember when I want to react to go from my head to my heart and just listen. Boy, I would really, really love that. Amen. Love and light to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today on day 23. There's only 9 days left. Woo! Okay, so today, try taking a breath, try putting down your bag, and I also say, feel free to open your bag and start pawing through and throwing stuff out that no longer serves you. Don't try and dump it all, just a little bit every day. Lighten that load that you're carrying. And remember that awareness that it's there is the biggest shift, the biggest tool to shift your life is awareness. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.